One.
Welcome to Elevated Talk, grown convo for people still figuring it out. This ain't a typical podcast. This is where we crack jokes, unpack lessons, and get real about elevation. We cover mental, emotional, and everything in between. Today's episode is special because we're talking about legacy, leadership, and brotherhood with two legends who didn't just lead a band, they led a movement. Trayvon, the Don, Caesar, from Lake Charles, Louisiana,
Whole lot of that.
and Jared, too smooth, white, all the way from Baker, Louisiana. We've been showing them love. Two former drum majors of the Southern University Human Jukebox.
Cause through it all, I'm blessed. Through it all, even when it all fall down, I'm blessed. Even through the thick and thin, handcuffs on behind them four walls, I'm blessed. Everybody love you when you're on top, but the day you fall, they left. If it ain't happened yet, just prepare yourself and say your heart that.
I'm so glad to see how far you came in life. And now since you're gonna become one of the bosses, it's nice to see that someone's following in my footsteps. You could carry on the name and the tradition. But remember one thing, it's respect. Never cross the line, and you'll always earn a lot of cash money.
So how y'all doing today? Quick question. If y'all could rate your mood from freshman to senior in band terms, how would you feel right now? Starting with Trayvon.
Oh, starting with me. Um, I think right now in this moment, I'm feeling like a junior, and I say a junior because I feel like I'm still figuring things out. However, I figured out enough to where I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable.
Jared?
I think I would probably say I'm somewhere in like the sophomore range. Um, just still getting my feet wet. Just still understanding more about myself and more about like the world around me. So it's like now I'm getting a little bit more comfortable. I haven't really been here a long time, haven't been doing this a long time, but I kind of have an idea of where I'm going.
Real good, real good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm really on that fifth ripper mode. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. But show up,
Everywhere.
show out. That's all you can really do. But Trayvon, I really want to start it off with you. You have a very unique experience. You actually were drum major under two directors, head directors, Mr. Nathan B. Heyman and Mr. Kedrick Taylor. How was that experience for you?
There was a lot in that experience, and I it's most importantly to note, I was just 18, 19. I was 19 during that time. So like as a literal kid in this very big position, going through this humongous transition, man, I didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. So, I had to really ground myself and, be open and, communicate and just honestly do my best to navigate that whole thing just as well as everybody else was. That was a difficult time, and we all did. I feel like everyone did their best with what was going on. And so my experience as the drum major through that, I just tried to do my best to be adaptable, to continue to be a model within the band. We are trying to create a structure. So I'm going to do my best in my part within this structure to, keep it going and where it needs to go. So, like I said, that's what I tried to do.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah, that shit was
That's
hard.
different.
That shit was hard.
Oh man, you talking about hard? Well, I feel like it might have been a little harder for Jared. Being
It
your
was
successor
definitely harder
because
no,
he
not
got hit
even
with
that, but
COVID. No, he
yeah,
got hit
that,
with
like
COVID.
that.
Like, tell us about that, bro.
Oh man, COVID was a crazy experience, y'all. Like, the world goes into this shutdown, and all of a sudden, you're unaware of what the rest of the year even looks like. And for me, that was actually my senior year. So it was an interesting experience to one day be in the band room doing what you do, preparing for the season, being newly appointed as drum major, and then the next minute you get a call saying, "Hey, we're not having a football season." And so it's like, well, what do we do now?
Yeah.
So I think the word that would sum up that COVID year was just innovate. I think that's the year that, the band just had to expand and had to figure out how can we still have the presence in the community, on the internet, and just in the world without being able to get out and do what it is that we do best.
Mm-hmm.
So having the transitions to things like doing a virtual version of the presidential inauguration, where everyone still is social distance, they're still using masks, they're still, just taking all these precautionary measures, and me still having to train to be in shape just in case, by the grace of God, something happens. And Garrett coming with the idea of, hey, let's do a interview series with the drum major. That's something that's never been done before. So that pushes me out of my comfort zone, but ultimately forcing me to grow as a person, as a leader, having to find new creative and innovative ways to do things different. It was a difficult experience, but it taught me that you have to be adaptable in life.
So your first year, COVID year, you didn't get a kick out. How was it? How did it feel to actually know for sure that the following year, this is about to be my first one? I'm here, but, well, there's not no but. Just how does that feel? Like preparing for that, knowing, all right, I'm already here, I'm already drum major, but my first kick out for real at Southern University drum major.
It was honestly exciting, but it was also a little bit scary because of the pressure that's on you. Because now you have people saying, oh, well, he's had extra time to prepare. And so not knowing that you can prepare as much as you want to, but the product that you actually put out there can sometimes be different.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I had never performed in front of a crowd that big. I had never been, like you said, that was number one, even though I was a second year drum major. So really just having the confidence, knowing that I had put the work in for over a year now, knowing that this was my moment, and also being unaware of, hey, are we actually going to have a full season? Because this thing still was around. So it's also like, okay, I have to go out there and try and show out every performance because I don't know which one will be my last. So that first one really was just, it was humbling, and it was an amazing experience. It felt like my welcome to the world moment. Like you said, I'm here now.
For me, just the hearing your name and then just adding the first from Baker, Louisiana, I was just like, we finally got one. Yes. Yes. You were a first from your school. How was that?
Oh, that's amazing. Like I said, or, we was talking about it earlier, I got introduced to Southern in high school. And so, that, kick-started my journey into getting to this place, right? But that was in Lake Charles. So I laid down a foundation in high school as the drum major in Lake Charles that was, accepted. People loved me. This is my city. So when I got to college and I took this that was what everyone knew to this level and, refined it, made it even better. So, they loved what I did there, but what I'm doing here is better. And so, it was so meaningful and so impactful. It's love worldwide as the drum major, but there's no love like the love you get from your city. Or I can say the love that I got from my city. Me and Lake Charles, we like this. And we've been like that before I got there. So the fact that when I got there, it was still like that, that was beautiful. I'm grateful for that experience. It could have been different.
Didn't you get the key to the city or something like that?
I mean, people, they give keys to cities. You get, stuff like that when you do good stuff. So,
Right.
yeah, at one point or another. I think I got one when I was in, middle school. So, they be giving them things.
Dude said he got one in middle school. Tight. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, yeah, I got the key to the city in middle school. Man, that's so small. Man, come on, bro.
Maybe I'm tripping, bro. We did some kind of program. We went to the Civic Center and we got some kind of certificate with a pen. It was something.
I guess. So throughout all y'all time in the band, or better yet, as drum major, what would y'all consider a funny moment, or y'all funniest moment being in the band? And I'll go first. Mine was 2016 Crankfest against Jackson State when Jackson State. Make sure you answer this part of the video. When Jackson State ended up messing up and coming in on their tempo. Because all I remember, we just got done playing, got my horn down, and all I hear is, and we just like, and then you heard the cutoff, it was like,
It was nasty.
What?
It was nasty from the start.
bro, it was terrible from the start. So we opened up with National Black Anthem, Black National Anthem, and then we came in 5 seconds later with Tourist. Shocked the world. That was that for sure, that in your face.
That was an experience. A funny one. My thing is there were so many memories in the band. Like, it's literally life happening in the damn band room every day. Funny shit is constantly happening. It's really hard to remember one specific time, but something that's just on my mind right now is whenever we did Black Beatles in 2016. And we, like, not even after we, did it for the people to see, when we was, like, practicing it. Like, the very first time we did it, and after we did it, like, the band room was so lit. Like, it was like, yo, like, what the fuck? That shit is amazing. Like, yo, and then we went and did it at fucking Texas Southern, and it was like,
they lost their mind.
Just did
they lost their mind.
Can you believe this shit? And then the aftermath with the videos. Now everybody's talking about it. It's like, oh my gosh, that shit was great. So that was like, all of that shit was funny. Even when Mr. Hamer, so this is another one. When Mr. Hamer talked to us before that Battle of the Bands, he was like, so this is what we gonna do. We talked about it beforehand, but when we got there, he was like, fuck all that shit. Yeah. This is what we doing. And y'all better do that shit. And we like, yeah, we gonna do that shit. Oh, and we literally went in there and we did that shit. We went in there and we did that shit.
Man.
So that was mine.
It's like you said, there are so many funny moments. I think one that definitely stands out to me, though, I think that was 17, Jackson State, when they were on the intercom system and they're like, they're like, please don't play while the ball is in motion, or something like that. And then there's like this Paul, he's like Southern, and like I think that was Taylor up there. Yeah, like, no, freak that, like, and we just started going crazy in the stands. Like I still see that video.
I think it was you.
Yeah, I still see that video.
Like that was definitely a dope moment because it's like being there, it just was cool.
I got a good behind the scenes from you. So a lot of the times, we get ready to go for the field, you'll be somewhere practicing, like somewhere far off practicing your moves for the week and all that. And so they was waiting on you. And you remember I had the whistle. So I ended up starting the band off one time. They were like, we heard the whistle, but where Trey at? I was like, oh no, come on, let's just go. And you ended up running. It was like, bro, who started the band? Come on, we're going to the field. That was just funny to me. I was like, yeah, I got to be the drum major for one time.
I think I do remember that. Because I was outside talking to somebody, like, towards the front entrance of the band room. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, a whistle came out of nowhere, and the band was just floating away. And I'm like, why they floating? What it is? But shit, I had to get up there.
Yeah. But I thought they was going to notice the difference because that's before, I think he made you make the switch from the, into the, what, it's called Fox whistle?
Fox 40?
Yeah. So that's what it's like. I had a Fox. You had the old school. Yeah. I was like, nah, okay, they going. Come on, we on the way to the field. Get this over with.
Most people, especially like even thinking about it, we leaving out the band room to go to the practice field. Niggas is just here.
Yeah.
The whistle is the thing that's like we're trained. We're trained at this point. So any whistle
that's
is
funny.
gonna.
We literally do.
Niggas not listening
everything.
to frequency. It's just whistle. A whistle. But I mean, we are trained to do that. Like that's why band camp is there. It's all in there. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, it's for sure trained because I'll admit, like first starting off in high school, You know how we doing the New Orleans parades and all you hear is whistles? I swear I heard one time. Oh, no, that's not us. Oh, that's somebody on the side.
Right.
My bad.
Right, and it
Yeah.
can happen like whenever you battling, right, and you under a bridge, thinking back to like high school and stuff. When it's like 6 different bands out there playing, you barely can hear, and people blowing whistles and stuff. You know,
Right.
but that's why you teach your band students to focus and to lock in. However you do that, there are a bunch of different applied methods,
Yeah.
but that is a very important, part of the whole structure with the band. Like you got to be able to focus.
It's crazy that y'all would bring up the whistles because I honestly hated the switch because it just didn't sound like Southern to me. But the crazy thing is the difference was so clear though.
Yeah.
Like they could hear it wherever.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. Like parades, that was no issue.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
So-
it was crazy. 'Cause,
That's like
I think the issue really came into play. Well, I think for sure in 2015, we'll play for the SEC schools and all that. So we'll go to Georgia. Pretty much, Hamer had Keith going out there. Yeah, don't use your whistle. He was like, why? It's gonna be so loud in there. You ain't gonna be able to hear it. Literally, went down. Keith went down. Look at the mace. Tweet, 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 tweet. That was it. Cause you can't hear, and so it's like you're gonna have to prep. But instead of doing all that, switch to the Fox. You can hear the Fox.
Yeah.
But also, too, be mindful and pay attention. Look at the mace. See what the drum major doing. Stay on tempo.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's all to make it more efficient. I use the other one, and I like that one. I used the Fox whenever I was in high school. So in my mind, there was the correlation of I made this step forward as a drum major on a collegiate level. This was the tool of a collegiate drum major in my mind. So going to the Fox, I'm like, well, I don't want to go to the Fox. I used to use that in high school. Like, what? So you're telling me everything I just learned was a lie? That's what you're telling me? I just got to accept that? Like,
Yeah.
damn.
It's like the biggest downgrade ever.
Right. Like, damn.
Oh, man. So how did y'all really start applying your drum major skills, leadership-wise, into your personal lives? Or how did you, because y'all are leaders in y'all own fields, how did y'all apply that leadership to being the drum major of Southern University? Human Jukebox.
That's an interesting question. I think for me, in my personal life, it made me so much more confident and outspoken. So where it's like I've never been a person to really have like bad self-esteem, but I've also never been one to, if I have a good idea, maybe I'll sit around and let other people speak first. But versus, after having that experience, it's like if you have a good idea or you think that you can step into this leadership role, then just do it. And it gave me that confidence, but also those interpersonal skills, because as a drum major, and I know you can speak a lot to this, just having to be a lot of different things for a lot of different people. It's more than just performing at halftime or showing up in the band room. It's actually building relationships with people and like helping people through bad days. Because you said something really good earlier when you were saying that like that band room was like therapy for a lot of us.
Yeah.
So it's like being able to navigate and essentially do life with people really shows you how to be a better person, but also how to help people around you, whether it's through leadership or whether it's just hearing, somebody talk about the day that they had or whatever it is that they have going on in life. It gives you that confidence to jump out there and just be that person.
Leadership. That's a leader from Baker.
That is a leader from
What type of leader comes from Lake Charles?
So, in my experience with leadership, even from high school, it was, put in front of me, leading by example is important.
Yeah.
And it came actually from the opposite end. Like, I had a lot of bad examples of leaders. There were negative examples of what a drum major looks like. And so, that gave me the opportunity to create the positive example of it. That was what was in my heart, even at an early age. So I did JRTC in high school as well. So that also gave me a structure of leadership and understanding what leadership is, what it looks like, how you apply it, and, all of those things. So that plus the band, being the drum major, all of that with my personal life, they went together. I internalized it early, lead by example. If I want people to follow me, I have to be the kind of person that does things this way.
Yeah.
If I am putting in this position and people are looking at me, they're going to respond based off of what I do. You know, so if I choose to, you know, not embody the things that I'm saying, then people won't follow me. That's how I internalize it. So in my mind, I need to be a person who practice what they preach.
Yeah.
I need to be a person who, when I say this, I've done it before, or I'm not afraid to try to do it. And so, you know, I applied that to being a drum major. Key example, when I was in high school and we would do high school band camp, as we all know as band people, high school band camp is a lot of working out. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be the person to lead these people into working out, I got to be able to do it. Yeah. Nobody likes the person who is like, hey, you need to do this, but you ain't never did none of the shit.
Yeah.
So I would, you know, mentally, I'm fit to the point to where I'm going to do it before you so I can show you I can do it, so there's no problem for me. So now when I tell you to do it, you doing it. Because you can't use me as an excuse to why you're not doing it. And if you don't do it, you know that you're the reason. It's not me. You can't blame me.
To add on to that point, in high school, that's what made me kind of think about not wanting to be section leader at Southern, because I had clowns. I had all the clowns of the band in one section. So how do I, as the individual that I am, get these under individuals on one accord? Truly, be the difference that you seek. So what I had to do, come in, and I'll just sit there and be quiet. And I mean, they was cracking some of the best of jokes. But I just had to sit there straight face and just look at them and turn away. And then within 3 days, they got on everything got in accord. Like, everything fell in line. I didn't have no problems with them no more. They'd just sit there and be quiet. But then it did come to a day where I had to kind of spaz on a chick. And they was like, oh, he finally cracked. Okay, yeah, we back to square one. And I kind of lost him after that. But I got him back again.
Right.
Because, you know, through actually, like what you were saying also is like, if you're going to tell them to do something, you have to be the person that sit up there and do with them. So what we used to do when we had to go to sectionals, most folks be like, yeah, we about to go do stadiums, run laps. You can't say, hey, yeah, go do it, and you're not doing this with them. And that started building character. And then it started helping when we came to play the horn. Everybody's playing in unison because we all share this same pride and whatever we want to call it. Hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
Like we all share the same hard work and dedication. So therefore we got together better, and it also did help me to become a better leader in the future. And know with LLI, when I'm teaching, well not teaching, but section leader over a whole lot of kids that I've never met from different areas of Baton Rouge, they're like, oh, who this dude is? And I have more people on my side. They're like, hey, Keyshawn ain't with all that. He's just gonna come in, you gotta play the music, do your part, and he cool. Like that's all you gotta do. Yeah. So being me and actually being the right type of leader and not falling into the BS actually helped me come out way better and cleaner. But I knew since then it's a lot of pressure to be section leader. So if I know it's a lot of pressure to be section leader, I can't fathom the pressure y'all have from being drum major at all. Like, y'all have to have the grades. Y'all have to have a general standard look every week because you're the person with a different uniform on.
No, that is so funny because in my adult life, right, I'll go weeks without getting a haircut. When I was a drum major, I had to get a haircut consistently. Like, had to have a fresh cut, had to have a fresh fade.
Yeah.
But, you know, now I can just be chilling. Ain't nobody going to tell me nothing. Like, it's so much less. All that to go back to that pressure you mentioned. Like, that was a form of that pressure. Like, I don't have that no more. But it was definitely there then.
I think one of the good things about that pressure, though, is that it forces you to realize that everything is bigger than you. And so when you realize that everything is bigger than you, you kind of, for lack of better words, you decrease so that other things can increase. So it's like it gives you the humility to come in and say, hey, well, I actually don't like this and I really don't want to do this. But for the sake of the program as a whole, I know that this is something that is a necessity. And if I need everybody, going back to your point, to get on one accord, then I need to humble myself and do it first.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's major.
Yeah. Yeah. You so right about that. That made me think about, I think this one time in 18, I had to do push-ups because the band wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing. And we literally, so this, you know, it's funny about this moment because this was me in my mind, you know, trying to do what I just told y'all like I tried to do.
Yeah.
Because I literally talked to the band about what we was gonna do, and then we got out there. You know, things went a little different, and I can understand being upset about that. However, we talked about, you know, we gotta stay doing what we supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But you know, people was like, nah, and then so nah, it's on me, and I'm like, all right, bet. So I just went and did it. I ain't complain. I ain't show no facial expressions. I ain't do nothing. I just did what I was instructed to
Dude
do.
said every time they don't sound off, you drop.
And I just did it.
At that point, after the third time, I thought people just hated you.
You know,
Because it's like,
and
man.
in the midst of that, I'm like, you know, at this point we here. Like, I have to show them, like you said, you know, that humility. I have to show the band that this is bigger than all of us. And that's why I'm right here doing this, no complaints, no issues. Because this is what, you know, this is a part of my position with this. Everybody has their thing that they may not want to do. Right. However, at times you have to get beyond that and do what's necessary in order to get to the greater product. And that was one of the moments. Because that was Jesus, bro. Man, wow, I was so pissed, bro. I was like, bro, we just talked about this. Like, I talked to everybody. I was a
like,
talking
all
ass drum major for the
we
most part.
come in, we're going to do this right, and y'all know if we do it right, we get the lead. I think one of them times, though, we ended up doing the field show, like, perfect twice, and we still had to end up running it back.
You know, that happened a lot of the times. And so that's what made it difficult in, like, the long run of things to, like,
because we
stay on that
quitters.
lane. And that's what made that time difficult. Because it was like, you know, we really was trying.
Right.
I tried my hardest to rope everybody. I swear to God, I feel like nobody can say that as an individual human being, I did not try to get everybody to, you know, be on the same page. And it's not, I don't blame, you know, us as the members, you know, because there were a lot of other external things going on that was outside of us as students, as fucking 21, 22, 3-year-olds. But we had to deal with it.
Yeah.
We had to deal with it. And that's what I think produced, you know, certain times like that. Like, we did everything we were asked to do, and it was still not enough. Like, well, shit.
Nothing you can do at that point.
Yeah, you can't do. But what you can do is, tell us how you got your drum major name. I never asked you that.
So, I got mine. I went to Pluckers, and R.I.P. Pluckers, because Pluckers not open anymore. You know, I got a connection.
R.I.P. Pluckers be up.
Yeah. So I went to Pluckers with my section leader in 17 section leaders. I think after Crab Week was over with, because we were still trying to figure out my name. And Mr. Hamer, he had sent me a text message actually like the day before of like a list of different names that he was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would love to see that list if you could find it.
But I wish I still had the list. The list was not the greatest list. Like, the names definitely, Trayvon, the people pleaser Caesar,
Oh, God.
was one of them.
That's a mouthful.
All right.
That's
People
what I'm
pleaser
saying.
Caesar.
Like, oh my God. People was gonna roast me up and down and alive, filleted, flipped, broiled. You know, I already knew it. So I was like, no.
People pleaser season.
So I told my section leaders about it, you know, and so we had Pluckers, and you know, we just talking about it, and you know, they throwing out names, how people do, and then Trey, the symbol section leader at the time, he was like, he like looked up, he looked down, he was like, the Don. And I was like, huh? He was like, Trayvon the Don. And I was like, Trayvon the Don. And then, so, you know, like I said, I'm a very meaning depth person. So the moment he said it, I'm instantly connecting the pieces to make it make sense because it actually sounded good. Trayvon the Don Caesar. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, somebody did something. And I'm just, you know, a sophomore, you know, trying to do my best to stand next to all these older people. Like I said, I'm 18. Trying to figure this shit out, and he just gave me that, and I was like, he really fuck with me. He really fuck with me. I can do this. I like this name. They really fuck with me. Like, I'm like, okay, like, all right, like, all right.
I can't say it
And
like
the name really just went from there.
Yeah.
And when I told Mr. Hamer about it, he was like, Don, we got to see about that. And then, you know, like a week later, or like we was close to the game, he was like, so you still want to go with the Don? It's like, what are we? A mob? I'm like, I mean,
The Southern University
we're
Mafia
family.
with the jukebox.
And then, we had that first game, and it went from there. So, yeah, it was a long story, but it was, that's how it organically happened. Like, he tried to set me up with some bad names.
What made you go with Too Smooth?
Honestly, it was so like when I became a drum major in high school, that was the first question everybody had: "What's your name?" And so I had this list of names. They were horrible. Well, not all of them. Most of them were horrible. That I got from like friends, family members, other band members, band directors, all that kind of stuff. But none of them fit me though. So I didn't have a name, and it came all the way down to like the very first performance, and it's like the Thursday before, and I still don't have a name.
Crunch for time.
Yeah, and so I was talking to. So one of the things in high school, people used to always say that I was smooth, just like the way that I walk, talk, the way that I do things. I never really got it. I was just doing stuff, But
You was a fly little fella.
I was just minding my business, and so one of my cymbal players, he was like, maybe you should be Smooth. That should be your name. And so I was like, okay, I'll go with that. And so that was actually my original name, but the announcer messed it up on accident. So he called me J Smooth, but the crowd loved it. So I was like, okay, I'll roll with this.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty much J Smooth all through high school, and then when we got to college, I was like, well, I don't really want to get the J Smooth thing anymore. So I'm going through this list of names, looking at, the names through the history book and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, man, this is hard. And so I think I was talking to, might have been my dad, and he was like, why not just be Too Smooth? And I was like, it's so simple. And he was like, well, you're a simple guy. And I was like, that's actually very true. What you see is what you get. And I was like, I'm going to go with Too Smooth. And it just stuck. I remember when I told Simmons that, because he asked me what my name was going to be, he was like, that's it.
That's Simmons.
And I was
That's
like,
Simmons for sure.
yeah, that's it. And he thought about it, and he was like, okay. And then he came back later that day, he was like, that fits you. We've never had a Too Smooth before. You're going to do all right, kid. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
that sounds like Simmons for sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of, from, not drum major perspective, it's like, it's hard to sit up there and just pick a name for somebody, especially like Keith started the legacy, like the anything, the Don. Like, I ain't gonna count. It's hard coming, like, how are you gonna find a name after the Don?
Right.
And something that fit your name. Like, you set the bar high. Well, Trey set the bar high for you.
Hey, he threw up the live. Hey, I had to catch it. It was a good one. It was phenomenal. Because when I was thinking about it, I was thinking about the dream, I was thinking about the MVP. I'm like, okay, so these are names that like really stand out. And even, the drum majors before then, their names stood out. So I was trying to find a name that like just, it made sense and it would have that impact. And so, like I said, I'm grateful that that's what Trey said that day because it fit. It fit exactly what I was going for. It made sense for me, It went with like my style approach with it, the Don. Like, it worked.
I want to know if I had a drum major name, Keyshawn the Amazing. So.
It'd be amazing.
This is like a circus act. I'm gonna come out like who come out like that? All
yeah, I think.
I'm gonna put my hand in the open
We
outlet.
played amazing. I played amazing in high school too.
I ain't played amazing till we got to Southern. But see, Mr. Taylor was on that old school stuff. Like we only have a set amount of songs for the year until the spring, and literally until we played it how he wanted it played, we didn't get nothing new. You think that's funny, Jared? That's torture.
I mean, I believe
I ain't gonna say that's torture.
Hey,
Fun times.
We was in a life of luxury in 16 and It was just everything coming back to back, and we was learning everything. You know, it was a very small percentage of songs that we did not actually play outside the band room that they passed out to us in 16 and 17.
But that's how I knew Southern was different, because when Simmons passed out that Joyful Joyful, I said, yeah, we're going to be in here.
Young crowd me was just happy.
Y'all remember God Love Us from 17?
Yeah.
I wasn't there in 17.
Oh, yeah. 17 was definitely. It was that was one of the songs where I was like, why did this not come out the band room?
Yeah, a lot of people felt a lot of ways about certain songs that didn't come out.
Yeah.
I don't know. The directors just they wasn't feeling it.
I must say, Trinian even dropped one, Summertime. Summertime was one of them.
Summertime was amazing.
Never left the band room.
16, okay.
I thought we played it like 2 years in a row before. Well, I don't know. But yeah, for sure 16.
They passed it out fall 16, didn't do nothing with it. And then I think we went over it again spring 17. But we still never played it nowhere. Or I think we played it outside one time.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Southern got some hitters that never left. Hey, an unknown one. We were going to play Mr. Ice Cream Man in 2018. I don't know what happened. I don't know where the ball got dropped. But just know no band was going to make it after we played that. Like, section leader said we was going to come in. You know how the tubes got that high part? He said, yeah, we were starting it off like that. I was like, yeah, nah. Then I can just see y'all on mellow crazy. Really, the whole band just... It was the Ice Cream, man.
Anything in 18 would have been ridiculous. 18 was a crazy band.
For sure, crazy band.
Truly.
So, how would y'all rate y'all overall experience, even as a regular member in the band and drum major? So I'll start. For me, it felt like a dream come true. Like, I started off first game, or first performance rather. It was when still Scotlandville and McKinley still had the big rivalry game. We ended up playing for that. And then my last performance was when we went to Cali for the Rose Bowl. And I was like, yeah, I've done everything I did. Everything I wanted, traveled, seen, everything. Played just about every song except Mr. Ice Cream Man. But, yeah, great experience.
Shit. 10 out of 10, dog. I'm just a regular nigga from Lake Charles, like truly. There wasn't many that went to Southern or went to college at all. Even a lot of people in my class did not go to college. So it's like the fact that I went to college, got in fucking the Human Jukebox, became the drum major of the Human Jukebox, and did all manner of things within that time frame. 10 out of 10 experience, dog. I couldn't even imagine that that's what it would have been. I dreamt about it, but never was able to like believe that would actually happen, but it did. So that's my experience.
Man, I agree with both of y'all wholeheartedly. Like, it really was a dream come true, and even more so just to, even now when I think about it, sometimes it doesn't feel like it actually happened. It feels like this storybook where, you know, you pretty much got everything you wanted and you're really fulfilled. Like, it's like watching a good movie. There's nothing left that needs to be done. There's nothing left desired. Like, you've gone and you've done and you fulfilled everything that you wanted to do. You achieved everything that we wanted to do, you know, reaching the pinnacle of being drum major and all that kind of stuff. Like, it was 100% amazing. Like, I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. Best experience of my life.
That's literally, like, when I say blow the whistle, walk to the side, well, walk to the right for us. And half the time we walked off to the right to the field for the Rose Bowl. I was like, yeah, I can fly back right now. I've done everything. I'm accomplished.
Hey, that was my last year too. So that's how I felt.
Just being a kid to not honestly thinking college was a thing, and band being that thing to actually get me in there and see the world. Like, you can't buy that. So I hope tradition is still going. I hope everything.
Remember, you was the one who gave me the roses that I threw at the Rose.
Oh man, I had a whole lot of ideas. I should have been drum major, baby. No, I just like helping other folks. Like, if I can help you, I feel like I can help critique something in the most smallest way, and you actually, want to learn. that I helped. Because I mean, in the sense, it was a dream for me to be drum major at some point, but not happening. So, hey, at least help your friends do small things for them while they're doing whatever that they may be doing. And since for y'all was drum major, hey, best friend was Dante. He was drum major at Baker. Got a lot of stuff I ain't used. There's a lot of stuff, I showed you, and a lot of random stuff that, some games, yeah. So it's all off the love for real.
Man, that makes me think about we played Jackson State in 21. I used one of the moves that you taught me, and I was so proud. And I remember we talked about it like after the game. I don't know if you remember, like when we were marching out the stadium, you were like right in my face with your camera recording, and like you just hyping me up, and like I'm driving to the song and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that moment, because that was also our last home game, that to me embodies the whole experience. It's really just family supporting each other, like you said. Like it's love all the way around. And I know earlier you were talking about legacy. I think that is the legacy of the Human Jukebox. Like it's bringing families together through the love of music.
Yeah. Even outside the band room. Like literally last night, some of the young kids from Memphis, his car ended up breaking down at Chelsea's, and I ended up just, me being a truck guy, ended up pulling his car to the Oliver. But all through music, we connected in different ways, and we have access the right way to the right things. So, music. Y'all definitely should enroll y'all kids in music class, band class. It helps expand the mind in different ways, and definitely a different view on the world as far as making it out your city, making it out whatever situation, because yeah, why not? Band is fun. Band is fun.
Life.
Right. Yeah, band was life. Like I said before, someday you got to put the horn down and hey, got to go live life, man. Go get it together. This is your therapy. That is one thing. But if you just doing this just keep doing this, you're not progressing in life, I ain't gonna lie to you. Go do something else. Go figure something out. Let it go. Probably got too many band heads though. They be tripping about the smaller stuff. Nah. How you grown, got a family, and y'all still talk? Never mind. I'm stop. It's all right. And that is Elevated Talk. I cap. What quote you got from today? What's your quote of the day?
My quote for the day. I don't know. It's hard to think of a quote for the day. I'll be having good quotes. Give me a second. I'm gonna think about it.
Oh man, I think if I had to pick a quote, I don't think anybody's ever said this, so I'm just gonna say it. I would say excellence is a mindset. One of the things that we preach in the Human Jukebox is that excellence is the hard work and extra effort that creates the difference between a good job and an outstanding job. So if you have a mindset of excellence, then everything that you do will come from that mindset, and by default, it has to be excellence because you're constantly pushing, you're constantly elevating, you're constantly trying to grow and to expand. So if you live your life with a standard of excellence, you'll always be fulfilled, and you may not achieve every goal that you want to, but you'll always do. You're guaranteeing that you're always putting your best foot forward.
And for those of you that did not understand what he just said, what you put in is literally what you get out. If you're not putting in any real work, you're not going to get any real results. So stay tuned.
I thought of my quote.
Come on with your quote, brother.
And it's a good one too. So it's easier to live. Wait, no.
Chiming on the end.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Okay, it's easier to dream a dream, but it's harder to live it. And that's Wale. They gonna love me for my ambition.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm gonna pull out that Kendrick Lamar on you. Nah, I ain't gonna do that one. It's gonna hurt your feelings, huh? You light skin. It's all right, though, bro.
We ain't gotta be colorist, man. Gosh.
Colorist. What's that?
You hating on me.
What's that? I'm not a hater. Peace, brother. Anyhow. The pilot episode of Elevated Talk. Mr. Trayvon Caesar was my counselor in this past episode. And for the first, we were talking business, Mr. Jared White. And now, I am truly your host, Mr. Keyshawn Sepp.
Cause through it all, I'm blessed. Through it all, even when it all fall down, I'm blessed. Even through the thick and thin, handcuffs on behind them 4 walls, I'm blessed. Everybody love you when you're on top, but the day you fall, they left. If it ain't happened yet, just prepare yourself and say your heart that.
I'm so glad to see how far you came in life. And now since you're gonna become one of the bosses, it's nice to see that someone's following in my footsteps. You could carry on the name and the tradition, but remember one thing, it's respect. Never cross the line, and you'll always earn a lot of cash money. Cash money.